JiDion confronts L3H3 on his podcast.
All right, I'm letting him back in.
Okay, he's back.
There we go. All right, JiDion, can you hear us this time?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
There you go.
Okay, hey, welcome back to the show. Thank you for calling.
No, thanks for having me.
JiDion, nice to meet you. Nice to talk.
No, I just feel like it's been like, you know, there we go. Can you see my face now? There we go.
Okay, what's up?
What's up, Ethan? How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
First thing first, Wan, I love you, bro. You're
Shout out, shout out,
Wan.
appreciate you.
W Dan.
JiDion.
Yeah.
So, my editor was kind of telling me about the video. I haven't got the chance to watch your response yet because I was gonna watch it later on my stream. But he had told me that you were really upset about the thumbnail, and I really don't even look at my second channel. He just posts the clips and stuff. So when he told me and I saw it, I was like, oh shit. I said change it. So
Okay, that's nice. I appreciate that. The new one's a little weird though too. Maybe you can explain this. It says, "Look at him act like an educated African American." I don't know what that means.
I think I know what he was trying to go for there.
What?
What? Man, he's talking about your best friend Keemstar, I think. A little play on words.
Look at him act like an educated African American.
Do you not like that one? If not, I can.
I don't get it. It seems like it's another. Not that I know of.
I'll tell him after this to change it for you.
Yeah. So, I guess. Well, since you're here, I guess we can talk about the video, because you accused me of what I felt was like a light jab about the most racist town in America video you made.
Yeah.
You called me a liberal racist, and I am intrigued by that. I just was hoping you unpacked it a little more in your video. So maybe you can do that for me here.
Nah, yeah. I don't think I called you a liberal racist, because me personally, I don't think you're a racist, you know.
I think you said that verbatim.
I said that was liberal racism.
Okay.
This is liberal racism. So, because I said the same thing about Hassan. So.
Okay, so liberal racism. What does that mean?
And what I think liberal racism and a lot of other black people in the black community, we feel like what liberal racism is like white people thinking, or not even white people, but it's mostly white people thinking they know better than black people, thinking like they have to save us. More of like a white savior complex.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm pretty sure you heard of white savior, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
So that's what I mean by liberal racism. So I just felt really patronized when you were like, oh, look at him parading for the KKK. And yeah, it was a light jab and stuff, and I got emotional. So, you know, that's on me for getting emotional. You know, I should have articulated my words a little bit better to get my point across. But, you know, we all say things we regret, right?
So, like, because I guess the criticism of that video was just that you went there and you're like, these guys are all like, we can talk with these people and we can have a conversation with them. You're talking to that KKK guy who is basically like, you can't come to my church, right?
Yeah, he said that.
You kind of just gave him a platform to talk uncontested. That's all. Yeah.
I want to hear from you. What is, in that situation, for you to have not said that, what would you have liked me to like say or condemn him on in that situation?
Well, first I'll say I think we all see that the video had good intentions, and you went and like we get what you're trying to do out there, and like that would be, I don't know, for me it's like if I go to like neo-Nazis and be like, yo, we can have a conversation, you just want me to fucking die. But I don't know. I get what you were going for, right? And it's
like
fine.
You know, let's say, you know, you're Jewish, right?
Yes.
So let's say you did a video where you went to like a neo-Nazi camp and you had a conversation with them. And for the most part, it was a civil conversation. He said what, you know, he has to say, which is absolutely wrong and I don't agree with. And then, you know, you say your piece and then you leave it at that. And let's say I was to hop on and be like, oh, look at Ethan parading for the neo-Nazis. You know, he's all
I didn't say you're parading.
I think you said campaigning, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you said, I think I said like giving him a platform.
No, you said campaigning, but you know, it's all good though. It's all good.
Well, it doesn't matter. But my intention was that I didn't say campaigning.
But I mean, I feel like it does matter because to me, it offended me, you know?
Yeah.
And I know you like talked about Keem and everything Keem said. And like, bro, you know, I'm not stupid. We all know the video where Keem said the hard R like what, 3-4 times. And, you know, me personally, I don't consider him a racist. Like, you know, no offense. You said the hard R like 2-3 times. I don't consider you a racist. You know, like people say stuff. It's like, I know a racist and I know, you know, someone that just says something. And that guy was a racist. But I knew going there that he wasn't going to change his mind. And that's not what I wanted to go there for. I'm not going there to try to change his mind because it's just not going to happen.
There's some things that are not even, if you engage it, it legitimizes it in a way that like it doesn't even need to be engaged. Like it's not even a conversation. Like if I went to a Nazi rally, I was like, tell me about why you think all Jews should die. It's like, that's not going to be a productive conversation simply by the fact that there's no real way to justify that. And even by engaging it like it's a reasonable argument, you in a way legitimize it and turn that conversation into what like a legitimate conversation that's really not.
I think I said this before, but like the problem with this line of thinking is that like people will very quickly say that almost nothing is worth engaging with, like Trump polls aren't worth engaging with or anything. Like, and then you're in a world where we have no conversations with each other and nobody even knows how to talk to or how to argue against some of these points because everybody's like basically tricked themselves into thinking there's no point in ever talking to any people, and then it just gets fucked.
I mean, his message to you, because he knows he's on camera, was very scaled back, right? Like if you had a hidden camera and him and his homie talking about black people or Jews or whatever, it would have been a lot more vile. So in a way, he was able to do some nice PR on camera for you. And also, I will say at one point that really kind of took me back is when you guys ended your conversation and he said, is there anything you want to say to the people? And he goes, thanks for listening. And I was like, oh, damn, that's kind of fucked up that he got to just like platform his beliefs like that. That all being said, I think the video is overall good, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, you fucked up and the video's horrible and you should never made it. I think what Hassan was originally trying to do was just, you know, level some criticism at your approach, and I think ultimately maybe you got a little defensive about it, but I understand that as well.
Lasan,
You know, I got defensive about it. Me personally, I feel me being upset about it was justified, but I should have took more time to, you know, react to his video and your video beforehand, where I can have all my points written down, where I can say it in a cohesive manner and stuff. But that's not what happened. You know, I like to do live reactions, and you know, I'm human.
Yeah, I get it. Me too.
So I got emotional, and I said that. I feel like my, you know, how I feel still stands, but I feel like now coming on here, you know, I kind of got to flesh out more of how I thought. You know, you're not racist, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Then that,
but I don't understand. I still don't understand the accusation of me being a liberal racist.
I feel like you were exhibiting liberal racism.
So how? I just don't understand that, because that's a pretty harsh thing to level against someone.
And I feel that. So I'm gonna tell you why I think you were exhibiting liberal racism.
Yeah.
So in the left side, I feel, you know, they're pretty strong allies with, like, you know, the black community, BLM. But, you know, I feel like especially the entire black community, what we're starting to see is, especially around election time, we're more used for votes than it is for actually helping our people. I think it was a George Floyd bill that was supposed to be signed after he had died about police brutality and everything. But that bill to this day still hasn't been signed. But I think Asian Lives Matter bill has been signed by him. And I feel...
What did that Asian Lives thing even do? What did it like increase penalty for a hate crime? Did it even do anything?
Also that some LGBTQ bill was signed by him, but that bill, it was around the George Floyd era, but that bill to this day has yet to been signed. And
how was I being a liberal racist?
So how you were being a liberal racist is, you know, instead of you saying, you know, if you would have said, hey, JiDion, you know, you gave him a platform, man. You should have attacked this more. I see, like, the way you said it there, cool. But in the video...
Let me ask you this. Is it possible for a black person to not be equipped for that conversation? Or are they all just perfectly equipped by the nature of being a black American?
The funny thing is that as much as I hate to admit it, Ethan kind of has the better argument here. Like, JiDion doesn't have a good response for it, but I think Ethan is too scared to either be mean to a black person, or he's trying not to burn a bridge, or he's like, Ethan is not like leaning in, or maybe I shouldn't say that. He's being very passive. I don't understand. Technically he has the argumentative upper hand, but he's not like, I don't know why. I don't know why Ethan's not just going in.
It's not the fact about me being equipped or not. It's the fact of me wanting to have the conversation. It's
So am I
fact
not
that-
allowed to point that out without being a racist?
Oh man, this is a hard conversation. Let's do. Ethan's argument is essentially like, if you want to go and put up some insane racist person on camera, that's fine. Do your video, but like you have to provide like ample pushback. You can't go to some place, guys, like, I'm not going to shake your hand. You're not going to come to my church. Fuck you. I hate black people. And, or not fuck you, but I hate black people and I'm racist. But, like, we're chill. And then walk away and be like, oh, well, these guys are pretty friendly. Because it's like, well, it feels a little bad to engage with them in that manner.
Yeah, being prepared to, respond to whatever they're talking. You got to be prepared for. They have logical fallacies that they say and stuff. You just being a matter of being prepared to have that dialogue
Logical
and knowing
fallacies?
like what's the best way to neutralize or cut through logical fallacies and stuff like that. And and I think experience too as a human being, just being able to.
Like the thing is, I think Ethan kind of knows the surface level argument of don't platform bad actors or something, but he can't actually like critically engage with it at all. Like all of these are just like empty platitudes. Like have experience as an adult. Like what? Okay, what does that mean? He 100% learned all this from Hassan. Yeah, it sounds like he probably picked up like the abstract ideas from Hassan, but he doesn't actually know the underlying justification. I don't even know if Hassan knows the underlying justification, but
connect with people on a deep empathetic level that you get from age, frankly. But I'm not saying it's
because nothing here you get from age. That has nothing to do with this conversation at all.
Saying it's impossible for a young man to do it either.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not a debater like you. You and Hassan, you guys.
Not really debater, but yeah.
Okay, well, Hassan, he makes his living off of being a debater and everything. I'm not a debater.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
more of
not even close.
Obviously a prankster, but I wanted to show a different side of me, and I feel like that video really did show a different side of me, where I show more of my interviewing skills, more of less of the trolling, and more of me just asking the questions. You know, like I don't see.
I agree, man. There's nothing wrong with it, but do you find it ironic to, on one hand, call me a liberal racist for criticizing your preparedness? To have that conversation while doing a Nazi Hitler salute in front of a KKK building?
I mean, it's ironic.
It is
Obviously,
ironic, right?
A black man doing that. It's like the same thing with the context of you saying the F word and the N word multiple times on iDub stream,
Yeah.
Were you saying it out of racism? Yes or no?
No.
So obviously,
you're
was I
doing
doing that out of racism?
So what is the context?
The context is young black guy at a KKK camp where he shouldn't be throwing up their salute. Obviously, I'm just joking around, not joking around about the situation, but more the fact
Nazis really
making
even
fun of
hated
them.
black people that much. I think they did. Oh,
well, I mean it's a fair question. That's a fair question. No, never mind. I'm making fun of it. That's a fair question. They had like the massacre shit, but like I don't think that there was that many black people in like the whole of Europe. I feel like I read about this at one point because somebody wanted to give the Soviet Union a whole bunch of credit for like overcoming racism about black people, and they like did that about a bunch of propaganda towards the United States. But the reality is that in terms of like demographic makeup of like the Soviet Union, it's not like they had that many quote unquote black people that they were trying to integrate. So it was like an easy W for them. They didn't have any of those issues. But I mean, I'm sure that of the black people that were in whatever the German fucking Nazi shit, they probably wouldn't have had the highest opinions of them.
Yeah. Okay. So
if you wanted the Aryan race, they didn't like you.
But
because I remember Hitler was obsessed with like that Olympian.
Well, he thinks Jews were at the very bottom of the totem pole, but he had a whole totem pole, and black people were pretty far down there too.
Probably, yeah. I would imagine that's probably the case.
Blue-eyed,
I don't think
basically was a lower person. So
okay, so this is okay, cool.
Yeah, but I just wanted to come on here like, you know what? I feel like I didn't, really display my true feelings. So I hope you know my true feelings now. I'm not expecting an apology or anything like that, but like this is exactly what I want to do. It's like having the conversation instead of us having the beef on Twitter for years and doing the L3. Because I don't know if you know this, but I actually grew up on you. Vape Nation, y'all. Like I grew up on you. I heard.
Yeah,
a lot of my career and everything.
So you tweeted out like 2 days ago, I missed the old H3. What does that mean?
Oh, man, bro.
Before
know,
you got
we missed
so
the old
weirdly
H3 where you and
political.
Hilo, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Where you guys would just sit down, react to videos, make comedy sketches. You know the old H3, the H3 that was trying to raise a bunch of money to fight a lawsuit battle. I remember actually I was trying to donate my first paycheck to you because around this time you were raising money for I forgot the dude's name, but like Hoffman or
Matt Haas, yeah.
You were
Well,
trying to
that's
raise
awesome.
money
I appreciate
for the
that.
thing,
Yeah.
but you reached the goal way before I could even send in that paycheck and stuff.
I don't think
That's
it's in
old
the
H3 I'm
place
talking about.
of H3H3 to talk about how black people engage with racism towards black people feels very inappropriate. No, he's right there, but he's either scared because the optics of the conversation look bad, or he just doesn't know how to navigate the conversation. But you can totally be critical of how people engage with other people, even if it's a black person engaging with a racist white person. As a white person, you can be critical of that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
So it was like a shout out to being like, yo, this guy's old content rules. But
Like,
I don't
remember the old days.
No,
Yeah.
JiDion's being a little wussy here.
So
I heard what you said about
miss the old Destiny,
I gotta be more around. So before things go up, I'm gonna take criticism where criticism is due. I'm gonna make sure before things go out. So if it's not on my part, I can nip it in the bud so situations like this don't happen. I feel like we squashed it off here, and there's no hard feelings.
No, there's no hard feelings. I never did. I like you. I think you're funny. I think you're talented, and I think you have a bright future.
That means a lot. That means a lot.
Yeah, but just so you know, like when I said the N-word, that was wrong, right? Like I apologize for that, and I've learned a lot, and that's something that I would never do now. And I hope you know that about the Nazi salute as well.
Yeah, and you know what? Even in the context of you're Jewish, so I apologize if that offended you. And I was hoping that it was pretty well known that it was ironic, but it seemed to take offense to you. So since it took offense for you, I'll apologize on my end. So I appreciate you apologizing, and I apologize on my end as well.
There you go. Beautiful. Well, I appreciate you being mature and calling in and saying what up.
I wanted
and,
fighting.
I don't like beef.
Are they really called the W and L community? Because they type W's and L's in chat. Is that actually true? I have no idea.